Welcome to the Perfect Perception channel, where we guide you to transform your life with practical tips and strategies. Today we're talking about a topic that's universal, something we've all faced at some point: setbacks. Be it a professional hurdle, a personal challenge, or an unexpected twist in life's journey, we've all been there. But what distinguishes the successful from the rest is not the absence of setbacks, but the ability to bounce back, and not just to bounce back, but to make a comeback that's bigger and better than ever before. It's about rising from the ashes, stronger, wiser, and more resilient. In this video, we're going to explore this art of making the biggest comeback in life. We'll guide you through a series of steps, each one designed to help you rebuild, reinvent, and recharge. Ready to make the biggest comeback? Let's dive into the first step. The first step in making a comeback is to face what went wrong. This might feel like reopening a wound, but it's a necessary part of the healing process. Imagine trying to fix a broken vase without first understanding how it fell and shattered. That's what it's like when we try to move forward without facing our mistakes. Acknowledging where we faltered isn't about self-flagellation or wallowing in regret. It's about learning. It's about taking a good, hard look at the missteps and learning how not to repeat them. It's about gaining wisdom from the experiences that hurt us and using that wisdom to grow stronger, to grow wiser. This step can be hard. It can feel uncomfortable and even painful. But remember, it's not about dwelling on the past, it's about understanding it, learning from it. It's about using the past as a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. Remember, it's not about dwelling on the past, but understanding it to better your future. Step 2 involves being okay with being a villain in someone else's story. Now, it's important to understand that perceptions vary. What might be right according to you might not be right to someone else, and that's okay. It's impossible to please everyone, and it's not your job to either. Don't let others' opinions dictate your actions or your worth. Instead, focus on self-improvement, on becoming the best version of yourself. Sometimes, that might mean making decisions that won't sit well with others, and that's okay too. In their story, you might be the villain, but in your story, you're the hero, making tough choices for a better future. Remember, it's your story that matters most, your growth, your progress. When you stop seeking approval, you free yourself to pursue your own path. If you are enjoying the video so far, please make sure to like and subscribe to the Perfect Perception channel for more informative videos like this. We've covered some important aspects to start your comeback journey, facing what went wrong and understanding that it's okay to be the villain in someone else's story. These are crucial steps in embracing change and setting the stage for a triumphant return. Now, let's continue with our journey to make the biggest comeback. Step 3 is to abandon setback mentality. It's like carrying a heavy backpack on a long journey. The weight of past failures, disappointments, and setbacks can drag you down, hindering your progress. But imagine the liberation of removing that backpack and leaving it behind. That's what happens when you abandon the setback mentality. But how do we do that? Start by acknowledging the power of your thoughts. Your mindset can either be your biggest hurdle or your greatest ally. Choose to see setbacks not as dead ends but as detours, guiding you towards a different, perhaps even better path. Next, practice positivity. Surround yourself with encouraging voices both internally and externally. Remember, positivity isn't about ignoring reality, it's about holding on to hope in the face of adversity. Finally, cultivate resilience. It's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you rise. Resilience is the cornerstone of every comeback story. Your mindset is your greatest weapon in making a comeback. Now we move to step 4, embracing a growth mindset. Think of the mind as a garden. With the right care and attention, it can grow and flourish, producing beautiful flowers of success and happiness. But what is this care and attention we speak of? It's the embodiment of a growth mindset. A growth mindset, coined by psychologist Carol Dweck, is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication, hard work, and most importantly, the willingness to learn. It's the understanding that failure isn't the end, but rather a stepping stone to success. It's the ability to bounce back from setbacks and use them as a catalyst for growth. So how does one cultivate a growth mindset? It starts with changing the way you perceive challenges and difficulties. Instead of viewing them as insurmountable obstacles, see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Embrace the struggle, for it is through struggle that we truly learn. Next, replace the word failure with learning. When we fail, we're not actually failing, we're learning. We're figuring out what doesn't work so we can pivot and find what does. Also, don't be afraid to ask for help. Seeking assistance doesn't signify weakness. On the contrary, it shows strength, courage, and an eagerness to learn. Lastly, cultivate grit. Grit is the perseverance and passion for long-term goals. It's about sticking with your future day in, day out, not just for the week, not just for the month, but for years. Remember, the road to a comeback is not a straight line. It's filled with twists and turns, ups and downs, but with a growth mindset, you can navigate this road with resilience and tenacity. A growth mindset isn't just about making a comeback, it's about transforming the very essence of who you are. It's about becoming a lifelong learner, an individual who is constantly evolving, adapting, and growing. A growth mindset empowers you to see setbacks as opportunities. That's the power of embracing a growth mindset. It's your key to making the biggest comeback in life. Step 5 is about getting good sleep and being kind to your body. It's easy to overlook, but your physical health is a key player in your personal comeback story. Sleep, my friends, is not a luxury but a necessity. It rejuvenates you, keeps your mind sharp, and your mood uplifted. Now, ever heard of the phrase, "you are what you eat"? Well, it's not just about avoiding junk food. It's about fueling your body with the right nutrients, staying hydrated, and keeping active. Think of it this way, your body is like a machine, and it needs proper maintenance to function smoothly. And in times of stress or setback, taking care of your body becomes even more crucial. It's not just about looking good, it's about feeling good, because when you feel good, you perform better, you think clearer, and you bounce back stronger. Remember, your body is your temple, treat it well and it will serve you well. Step 6 involves giving up your bad habits. We all have them. Those little things we do that we know aren't the best for us. Maybe it's procrastination, or perhaps it's reaching for that extra slice of cake. These habits may seem minor, but they can be major stumbling blocks on our journey to success. You see, bad habits act like anchors, pulling us down and hindering our progress. They can cloud our judgment, distort our perception, and ultimately prevent us from achieving our full potential. When we shed these habits, we're not just removing obstacles from our path. We're also creating room for positive changes. So how do we break these habits? It starts with awareness. Recognize the habit, understand why you're doing it, and then make a conscious effort to stop. Replace it with a positive habit. This won't happen overnight, but with persistence, you'll see the change. Bad habits are like chains that hold you back. Break them, and you're free to soar. The final step in making a comeback is releasing your regrets. We all make mistakes. It's an inevitable part of being human. But often, we cling to these past missteps, letting them define us, limit us. Holding on to regrets is like carrying a backpack filled with rocks. It's heavy, it's burdensome, and it keeps you from moving forward. Regrets are born out of decisions we've made or actions we've taken that didn't result in the outcome we desired. But here's the thing. Every decision, every action, is a stepping stone on the journey of life. They shape us, teach us, and ultimately strengthen us. Imagine if you could drop that backpack of regrets. How light would you feel? How much more freely could you move? Releasing regrets isn't about forgetting or ignoring your past, it's about accepting it, learning from it, and then letting it go. Think about the regret that weighs on you the most. Now, consider what you've learned from it. How has it shaped you into the person you are today? Once you've acknowledged the lessons, it's time to let go. Visualize yourself physically releasing that regret. Feel it float away, leaving you lighter, freer. Remember, the past is a place of reference, not residence. Your future doesn't reside in your past, it's created in the present. So drop that backpack, unburden yourself from the weight of regret. Release your regrets, embrace your future. And there you have it, the steps to making the biggest comeback in life. We've talked about facing what went wrong, being the villain, abandoning setback mentality, and embracing a growth mindset. We also discussed the importance of good sleep, being kind to your body, giving up bad habits, and releasing regrets. These steps are your stepping stones to a grand turnaround. So what are you waiting for? Start your journey today. Remember, the best time to start is now. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next video on the Perfect Perception channel.